Today I will review a Chinese learning game called Fun China World. I have been teaching Chinese as a foreign language for over 10 years. I also conduct empirical research on technology-enhanced learning, especially game-based language learning. I've been exploring different language learning games. I've also made a few Chinese learning games on my own. After trying this game, I was very impressed by the quality of this game. So in this video, I will talk about why I think this game is an ideal game for learning Chinese. At the beginning of this game, I fly to China to participate in a championship. I need to complete a quest to learn Chinese to continue my journey. I also participate in a lot of mini games to fight monsters and gain rewards. So the first feature I want to talk about that's very beneficial for language learning is the context learners are exposed to in this game. So when I was trying this game, I was immediately drawn by the amazing artwork that represents a virtual China. This kind of visual and storyline really expose learners in the social settings so that I can know how to use the language in meaningful ways.
So yeah, this is the airport, the Beijing airport. So here you can see the Chinese words for all those essential words like airport, 机场, customs, 海关, elevator, 电梯, ice cream shop, 冰淇淋店, right? So all different shops. Then if we zoom out, we can see that, so I'm at the beginning stage of this game. So apparently I just arrived at the airport in Beijing, but after I complete a quest in the airport, I will be able to go to all different places in Beijing. So I really like that in this game, students can take a virtual tour to different locations in China. After you explore Beijing, you can go to different places in China. So this game is obviously huge. So you can go to major cities like Shanghai and Xi'an. Xi'an is another historical city in China. So you can also go to places in the West, Dunhuang, to experience art and culture. So Chengdu in western, southwest China, where you can visit Panda. That's where the Panda base is. The Guilin has beautiful natural scenery. Shaolin Temple in the middle of the country. So this game exposes learners to different social settings in China. This kind of visuals and storyline really gives the language use a purpose, a meaning. Okay, so instead of learning things out of context, the students can really experience how language is used in real life.
The second feature that I really like about this game is that this game is goal-oriented. So in this game, we are not just trying to learn a language. We are trying to play a game. We are trying to achieve goals, to compete in the championship and to complete quest. This game can keep learners engaged. They want to see what happens next. They want to compete with other students. They can also see how they can use a foreign language to achieve goals. Compared with many other language learning games, this game feels so authentic. For example, here I see a random briefcase and I'm supposed to find the owner of this briefcase. Before I start this quest, I have an opportunity to learn.
So here, this conversation is about what is your flight number, I guess, in order to find the owner of the briefcase. So here again, language learning is so contextualized. I can see immediately how I can use these sentences to achieve my goals.
您好，
您好，您好, hello. We already learned this in previous
您
lessons.
好。他姓张，
他姓张，他姓张，
他叫张武，
他叫张武。
So that brings us to the third feature that I really like about this game, is that in this game you can receive immediate individualized feedback. So they use voice recognition to recognize your voice and give you feedback on your speaking. So you can really practice all language skills in this game: speaking, listening, reading, and writing Chinese characters. Here is an example of character writing, so you can practice writing characters by following the correct stroke order. This kind of drag and drop questions requires students to construct sentences. So it's more difficult than multiple choice questions where students only need to be able to recognize the correct structure and form. Again, the learning component in this game is very strong. So here I am taking a test to see how I have learned so far. I receive immediate feedback on my performance. This kind of feedback really gives me direct instruction on my learning process. So, as mentioned before, Chinese learning here is really incorporated in this adventurous journey in China. So, as a learner, I'm trying to learn the language so that I can explore different situations and achieve different goals in this game. At the same time, I receive immediate individualized feedback on my performance. I really like how complex this game is. So for example, here is a mini game where I need to use my language skill to fight a monster. This monster is coronavirus, so that's pretty funny. I really like these mini games embedded in the game. So outside of the main storyline, students can take a break and play these mini games to train their pets in the game, but also to pick up new words and learn new things.
I also want to talk about the interaction you can have. Interaction happens at different levels in this game. Interaction happens between the learner, the player, and the built-in characters. So you talk with these people to complete a quest. Interaction also happens among players in the game. So you can add friends in this game and actually talk to them. So later in the game, you can challenge your friends. So I think that is a very good, that brings a very good dynamic to the classroom. So one of my students tried this game first. Then she started to talk about this game, how much she enjoyed playing this game in the class. So then other students were interested, and then they all signed up to this game. Then the next day, other students started to talk about how they defeated coronavirus, and they thought it's hilarious. So I actually have my class, so I have three different levels here, and I can see my students' progress. I can see if they are in the game, I can talk to them, I can message the whole class or individual students. Yeah, so this is the main storyline I was talking about. So in every lesson, they have a learning objective here. So it's very, very clear what the students will be able to do after every level. So in here, you can learn how to ask names. The game not only provides this context where you feel how language is used in different social settings, it also gives you purpose and this kind of motivation by having different goals. So here we have conversation. How much is it to learn this? We can listen to the sentences and learn. Okay, so here is about asking the price of things. So again, here the language learning is so contextualized. You see that, okay, I see a lot of stores in the airport, so I want to ask the price of things. And here they teach you how to do it. So how to ask the price. Okay, so here we have a text. It's just like what we would have in a typical textbook. So a conversation back and forth, right? So here I really like that they have this grammar component built in. Although it's a game, this learning component is there. So all these features are essential for gameplay, but also are very, very helpful for language learning because they provide a context, they give meaning to language learning. They also engage students in this learning process. Students want to be in charge of their own learning because they want to achieve better levels in the game.
So the only downside I have noticed about this game is that this game is large. So with all the features, it requires a good internet connection. So in my own class, 1 or 2 students were not able to load the game from time to time. So I don't know if it's their computer or their internet. I guess another thing could be the time spent on this game. It does take a lot of time to go through different levels. I have played about 10 hours or so, only in the airport situation, so only one setting. I don't know how much time it will take to go through the whole game. But that could be a good choice for a semester-long project. But overall, with all these amazing gaming features and a strong learning component, this is the best Chinese learning game that I have seen so far. I highly recommend this game to people who are learning Chinese on their own or people who want to try this type of experiential learning.